Welcome to the show. I am the Star Wars Daddy, and I'm bringing you January's mail haul video, which is all of the items that I've added to my collection in the month of January. We kind of go back and do a recap, and all these items have been stacking up over here, making a mess, and it's surprising how many things add up as quickly as they do, as I'm trying to curb my spending. I don't have room down here anymore to have all these items, so I've got to get some of these items out of here to make place for these ones. And we're going to have some items that are going to be sent off to grading, and it's a whole gamut. We've got comic books. We've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We've got Transformers. We've got Indiana Jones. We've got WWF, Hasbro wrestlers, and of course, tons of Star Wars items that we will go over in this video. Before we go too far, if you could, do me a favor, do those things that are free that help me. Hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell notification so you're notified of all of the upcoming content. We try to pump out 3 videos per week, plus 4 shorts, so that you have content every single day of the week from the Star Wars Daddy. I'm currently out of town, so I'm trying to make these videos quick, as I'm not going to be able to add tons of information as I'm pre-recording a bunch of videos, and so I'm not sure the order that these will be coming out, or updates to subscribers, or all the things I like to discuss in these intros and outros. So I'm going to do my best to just make these short and sweet and pump out this content while I'm gone. I can tell you though that this afternoon, I know you've seen a week off from eBay, but this afternoon you're going to see a whole bunch of items. There's like 90 items to make up for having that week off while I was gone. So you can go and try to win some incredible Kenner Star Wars items. We've got vehicles, play sets, last 17 figures, mint and near mint items. It's quite the collection, so make sure you go check that out later this afternoon. And if you're watching this later on in the week, just go ahead and go down into the description of this video. I've got all my links. We got TikTok, Instagram, and the eBay link, so you can click on that, see all the different items that are up for sale currently. This upcoming Sunday, so a week from today, is going to be a feature on a specific action figure in my collection. I'm going to take every single one of these specific figures and do a whole entire video on all the items that I have. And it's going to be on Stormtroopers. You can see a helmet right there. We're going to do all of my Stormtroopers. So it's going to be Stormtroopers, Snow Troopers. It's going to be Biker Scout Troopers. I'm putting all of them into one big video. We're going to celebrate that type of an action figure. We're going to show clips from movies, all that kind of stuff. And it'll be quite a video. Thank you for all of the support. We eked out 775 subscribers in the first year as we grinded and grinded. And then all of a sudden, I posted a video that went viral in my world. And thank you for all the new subscribers that we've been getting. It's been unbelievable. In the first year of me being on YouTube, and again, I never had plans of doing anything on YouTube. It just all of a sudden kind of happened and then just spiraled, and all of a sudden I was pumping out content all the time. But we had a Theory Sabers unboxing video, and it went nuts. It's by far 5 times the highest amount of views I've ever had. Subscribers are coming in like crazy. I was trying to get to 1,000 subscribers just to help try to be monetized with YouTube, and we blew that number out of the water. It just all of a sudden went nuts. And I appreciate all of that support. It's been unbelievable. And one of the things that we do here on this channel is memberships. I have all kinds of perks that I want to give you so I can personally thank you for all of that support. If you sign up for memberships, you get all kinds of things. And I have a commercial right now that I made on Hoth, and it's happening now. Hey, Carl. Hey, Star Wars Daddy. What are you doing back here on Hoth? Weren't you supposed to have escaped in the Rebel transport? Yeah, I did escape by sneaking into the septic area of the Rebel transport where no one would know I ran away from that fighting. But I've come back here because I heard about your memberships that offer extreme perks that make your nipples perk. The only place I can imagine my nipples perking is here, back on Hoth. Carl, you didn't actually need to come back here to Hoth to have your nipples perk. All you had to do is click the links under the name on my YouTube profile It's probably over here. Choose memberships and follow the steps. What extreme perks come with these nipples? I mean memberships. I'm glad you asked, Carl. We have a special Star Wars emojis for memberships only in comments and live chats. Darth Vader badges next to your name to show tenure. Future member only videos and access to all videos early. Shout outs on every video. A bonus action figure and Star Wars Daddy stickers on your next eBay purchase. Free shipping on 2 of the tiers for loose action figures and accessories on eBay, as well as an additional savings for the top tier member. Entries into our monthly Star Wars giveaways, an Adam Gothard designed 3D printed Darth Vader bust with Daddy written on the front, and 2 of the tiers offer a free, exclusive members only Star Wars Daddy t-shirt after certain tenure. Wow, that's amazing. So you're telling me I can have all those extreme perks here? Yep. What about here? Yep. I'm signing up. Thanks, Carl. I knew I could count on you. And at home, make sure to follow the steps in this commercial to be a part of the Star Wars Daddy memberships, where I get to directly thank you for all of your support. Can't wait to grow this channel with all of you, no matter if you're on Hoth, Tatooine, or on Kashyyyk, or if you're a little daddy, a daddy, or a big daddy. Links are also in the description of this video. Thanks, everyone, and who is your daddy? All right, we got through that commercial. I hope you enjoy that crazy editing where I look like I'm on Hoth talking to a guy that looks just like me, and his name is Carl, and we go over all the different membership perks you can have here on this channel. And again, I appreciate all the support. Let's get into all of these items I've added to my collection. Okay, let's get through some of these comics. I'm going to slam right through them. This is a loose comic. It has not been graded. It will be sent off to be graded. The price tag you see is not the price tag I paid. I think someone just used a leftover baggie and board to put this comic in there. But we've got a #1. It's a variant edition of Star Wars. And I don't even know the year. I can't remember. I'll probably have something that maybe pops up on the screen here. But I love the cover. That's the only reason I purchased it. And I got it super cheap on eBay. Love how the black is the only thing that's kind of filled in, and their faces. And then the white just blends in all around them. Pretty cool cover. And I can't wait to get that one back from grading. Okay, this is another comic. We got I don't know, 5 or 6 of these Star Wars Droids comics that are here. This one's the Star Wars Droids Special from Dark Horse Comics, and just love the artwork on there with C-3PO and R2-D2, which we're going to actually, well, you can see right down here, we got some other R2-D2s and C-3POs going on. It's all boarded, so I'm not going to show the back, but usually there's nothing on the back anyways. And so there's that one. And then we go right off here. This is number 6 of 6 of R2-D2 and C-3PO on this comic. And all these comics look to be in very good condition overall. And again, they're bagged and boarded. Here's another one. This is number 5 of 6. And they got some other little droid friends that are happening down here at the bottom. Who knows who those guys are. And here is another one, which I believe I already have this one graded. I think I got it from John, the action figure grader, as a giveaway, I believe. Or maybe he just threw it into something I purchased from him. I can't remember, but I did get it from him. So I already have one of these graded at a 9.8. So this one will be for sale once I get it back. It might not even be worth what the value of sending it off to be graded, but maybe I can do it as a giveaway myself to somebody else, maybe one of my members. And this is number 1 of 6. And then here's the last one of the ungraded comics, and we've got Star Wars Droids. It just says 6, so we had a 6 of 6. This is just 6, so I don't know if this is a different line compared to the other ones. It says down here at the bottom we got Stranad, Hughes, Williams. But what a cover. I mean, that is such an awesome cover there. And that's going to look awesome once it gets graded. Okay, I got some graded comics in here, and I will just turn them like this so we can see them. This is Justice League Dark, number 3 from DC Comics. It's November of 2018. And this is just an incredible cover there. Who's that? Superwoman or something, I think, on the left, hanging upside down. And then just this creature. I don't even know who that is, who's hanging upside down. There's all kinds of cool content on this one.
So just love the cover. Oh, there's a, what is that? Supergirl? Oh yeah, Supergirl on Blu-ray disc. I don't think anybody owns that. But 9.8 on this one from CGC. It's a white page version, and it's just an incredible cover. Okay, 2 comics that I sent off to be graded that were signed. This is I Make Boys Cry, the New York Comic-Con Preview Edition #1, Absolute Comics Group 2019, Jamie Tyndall Authenticated Autograph, Double-Bladed Edition. Wow, what a mouthful. 9.6 it got. And just an incredible cover. Look at that Darth Maul skull. It's so cool. And then we got this female Darth Maul there that Jamie Tyndall would have, I think, drawn for the cover. And then we got some TIE Interceptors up there in the back. I'll bring that in close. TIE Interceptors there. And Jamie Tyndall's signature right there in red looks awesome. There's the back for you. But sent this off to be graded and just happy with the grade. Again, I'm kind of learning comics in general. Just on what to look for, why something might not have gotten a perfect score, why it's being graded down. I do like how CGC shows you those things so that you know for the future. And again, just kind of learning my way through comics and having them graded. All right, another one I sent off to be graded. It's a 9.8. I did it. It's Star Wars Dr. Aphra, number 33, Marvel Comics from August of 2023. The Chris Sprouse authentic autograph. How cool is that? And so he signed the front here. It's just absolutely an incredible cover. And there is his signature right there. It's all authenticated. There's the, perfect back there. Star Wars Rebellion with Admiral Akbar. How cool is that? It's a white page version. And again, graded by CGC, a perfect score. Love the cover. How can you not love that? Return of the Jedi right there. Absolutely love it. All right, we're going to switch up the toy line. I picked up this guy from Indiana Jones, and we've got his little wrench there. This is the guy that Indiana Jones chops up in Raiders of the Lost Ark. In the propeller, as he's fighting this dude who is fixing the plane, and then they start fighting. Incredible figure here. I don't see any rubs anywhere on it. It'll be sent off to be graded because I'm trying to get that full run of Indiana Jones figures all graded. And I think I have 4 of them now, and this will make number 5. Couple Transformers here. I'll pop up the name of this guy on the screen, but we got this little tiny one, right? It's a little backhoe, and who knows what he turns into. He's got all kinds of stuff here. I don't even know if he's complete. Let's see, his arms are right here. They do pop out, I see that. I think his head is underneath here. That could be missing, who knows? Where's his head? Am I missing his head? Oh, maybe that's his head under there. Yeah, his head's under there, it pops out. But this came with something that I had when I was younger that my son actually used to play with, which is this guy right here. And again, the name of this Transformer will be popping up. I had this forever, and I don't know what happened. I sold it, maybe in a lot of Transformer stuff. It's a train, and it's also a space shuttle that it can turn into. And it's got all kinds of stuff that happens here that you can turn it into. And then it also turns into a dude. I've got his gun. I had his gun in a lot of other items, just a random lot of weapons and accessories that sit inside of a bucket. And when I get things, I try to match them up and have his gun that goes with them. So he's all complete. He's back in my collection. This is actually a nicer version than the one that I had because the one I had was used by me and my son. It was worn out. And I think there were some broken pieces on it too. So it was probably just thrown into a junk lot that I sold in the past. But now I've got them complete again, and we'll find a place to put these little tiny Transformers. Okay, I got a custom here. It's a Chewie, Chewbacca, but is also Cookie Monster. And it comes with a nice crossbow for him. And look at this guy. I don't know if this was 3D made. It's really nicely made. It looks like it's just plastic. The arms move. It's articulated. But got this, oh my gosh, I just broke him. Okay, so maybe it is 3D printed. All these are 3D pieces that snap in together. But it is articulated. He can't move his arms, he can move his head. And then he got his crossbow here. But got this from a Facebook seller on the ICC. And it was a pretty nice price for what you get here. And this will just be thrown in with all my other Chewbaccas. Okay, we've got those comic 1966 Spanish PVC figures. They're kind of a rubbery figures. We got C-3PO and R2-D2 here. I think I have actually already a C-3PO that's up in here in my Jabba the Hutt playset area. And so maybe this one of these will be a giveaway at some point down the road for members. And, you know, along with a bunch of other things. I won't just give away this little guy. He's not worth that much. So we'll add him to a lot of things that go out for a giveaway on one of the monthly member giveaways. But these are pretty cool, and just wanted to add them into my collection since I did that R2-D2 and C-3PO collection review, which is popping up right now. You see that. And so now we've got some more that we can add to the collection. Okay, we've got some carded Ninja Turtles that will be sent off for grading. CAS has a 30-day turnaround on all mint on card that you send in, and so I'll be sending in a couple items here that we're going to see. And this is one of my favorite Ninja Turtles that I had when I was younger. Don, the Undercover Turtle. I don't know what it was about this guy, but I just love this guy. And I think I got him for a birthday present maybe. But here's the back. It's actually in really nice condition. There's a small bend here. So please, CAS, don't grade me down too bad for that tiny little ding. Because otherwise, everything else on this card is pretty nice. We can see right here. I don't see any dents on the blister. Nothing's coming off. It's just this small little corner here. So hopefully I can get an 80 on this, or at least a 75 plus, and it'll go all with my Ninja Turtle collection, which a thumbnail's popping up right now that you're seeing of the review I did the beginning of last summer. And so we've added a bunch of turtles since that video. And here's one more. I got this from Rogue 5 Toys. Chris sold this to me. A really great deal on this one. Hopefully we're going to get an 80 on this when we send this in. I don't even see any dings at all in the corners. It's hard to see with this case. I just don't want to take it out of the case and risk damaging it any. But we got Slash here. This is another one of my favorite figures I had when I was younger. He's just kind of a badass looking turtle, huh? And there's the back. It's unpunched. This one's really nice. I'm hoping 80 plus, 85, somewhere in there is what this card looks like. I can't see any damage at all. It's just a beautiful card. And yeah, we have 2 turtles to add to the collection. Okay, I recently got I had a bunch of collections come in, and there was a bunch of 12-inch figures, and I've had this Boba Fett numerous times in my collection. I end up selling them at some point. And but for some reason, I've got a Boba Fett video that's going to be coming up at some point early this year once I get a couple items back from grading. So I figured I would hold on to this one. I could throw that into that video. And this is your 12-inch line. Not all complete. It's, of course, he's missing those Wookiee scalps that are always missing. And look what happened here. One of the thrusts, well, let's first look at the rocket. It's beautiful. The rope is all in there perfect. It goes right up to the rocket. That looks like in perfect condition. And then one of these little thrusters right here, it broke off inside. It's actually inside this hole. You can see it right there. I can't get it out. I was trying to get it out of that hole, and then I was just gonna glue it back on to this, and so it'd stick in there. I can't get this thing to pop out. I think it's bigger than the hole, and so there's no way to like snap onto it, squeeze it and pull it out. I tried numerous different things and failed, and so I don't know what I'm gonna do. Then I was gonna think about just gluing this to the side just for display purposes, and then that wasn't working either. So I don't know, maybe hot glue. I think my mom has a hot glue gun. Does anybody even know what a hot glue gun is? Well, I guess we're all older, aren't we, for the most part? So yeah, maybe I can use a hot glue gun and pop that thing right back on there. I don't know. I'm afraid that if I do go to sell it, then somebody's not going to like that glued part. But then I'm going to lose this. I need to get this thing attached somehow. So that's where this thing's at. Otherwise, he has his gun, he has his cape here, and he's actually in really nice condition, pretty stiff limbs overall. Wait a second, let me see here. Oh yeah, you can look through the, let me see if you can look through his eye hole. Can you see through the eye hole? Oh, you can, look. You can see through the eye hole. Here's my fingers, see? I didn't know if anybody knew about that, but you can see through the eye hole of his face. And so we're going to add this somewhere in the collection. I don't know where he's going to go, but I'm sure we can squeeze him in somewhere. Okay, and then from CIB, I'm going to adjust this a little bit. Let me adjust this camera up a little bit. There we go. That's better. From CIB off of eBay, they were selling a whole bunch of these Hasbro wrestlers that were graded from UKG. And Rowdy Roddy Piper resided here in Portland. through the entire time that he was wrestling in the WWF. And when I was a kid and watching him, and he was one of my favorites, even though he didn't seem to ever win. He always went in and went nuts. And he was always disqualified or he lost. And that was frustrating, but loved having him. I had this figure as a kid. I had it as an adult as well before I sold off all of my Hasbro wrestlers. I had the entire run of them and the rings and all that stuff and all the accessories. It was quite a collection, and I sold those all off, I don't know, maybe 7 years ago when my son stopped liking WWE. And so I was like, why am I keeping these and taking up all this space? So I sold them all. Now I'm like, okay, I'd like to have some of my favorite ones back. And so that is what I'm going for. I've got a few of them already here in the collection, but none of them graded like this and on the card. Absolutely stunning. And it is a UKG 75 Rowdy Roddy Piper Series 2 1991 Hasbro 14 back. Card got a 75, blister got an 80, and the figure got an 85 for an overall 75% from UKG. I loved these wrestlers when I was growing up. These were definitely played with hard when I was a kid, and just really happy to add something like this into my collection, especially for the price I got it at. All the other ones seem to go for these crazy prices, and this one kind of went underneath the radar, and I snagged it. So really happy to have this in my collection. Okay, guess what? Rogue5toys.com, Chris, we know that I'm going on a mint on card run, and Lando Bespin here is one that I do not have in my collection. This is the smiling one. He's got his teeth out there. He's so happy to be in my collection. And this is a Return of the Jedi card. I couldn't tell you which one it is. Well, it says collect all 65, so maybe it's a 65 back, right? Return of the Jedi 65 back. Who knows if it's an A, B, C, D, I don't know. This one's made in China, so it's the China, raised bar China Lando that we have here inside the blister. The blister looks to be clear, maybe slightly yellowing. It's hard to tell with the case on it, but it is beautiful. This is in really nice condition. It should get an 80 from what I can see. I mean, I don't see anything on this. This is a beautiful card back. And so we're going to send this one in with those Ninja Turtles to get that 30-day turnaround time with CAS. And when I get all these things back from grading, we'll just do one big CAS unboxing video when that happens. And guess what? Chris over at Rogue 5 Toys, we've got a mint on card that's already graded, and it's a lower grade, but it was an incredible price because of the low grade. You know, Chris over there, if there's something that's a low grade or there's something that's damaged in a little bit, he knocks off so much off the price that it's almost the same price as getting one loose that would be damaged in some way. I mean, this was such a steal of a deal here. And I was hoping that someone else was going to take it. I went back multiple times. Nobody took it. I was like, oh, God, okay. Add it to my box. It's not that much money. And I actually have another one that's very similar in much worse condition that's coming here in the next month that I was, again, telling people, please, someone else purchase this. And no one did. And I ended up having to take it. And I'm going to try to put it back together the best I can, but that's for another video. Here we go. We got the Bespin Security Guard. This is the second version, the very tan version of the Bespin Security Guard, and it's the ESB 47 back Bespin Guard. It says black on there. I was trying to just not talk about that by saying it was just tan, but I guess we'll go right into it. He's black. It's a 70 plus by AFA. Card got it 80, blister got a 70, and the figure got a 75. It's a 4-loam offer. Here's the back. And overall, real nice on the back. I don't see anything wrong with the back. Let's see. Figure got a 70. Oh, I'll tell you this. So this is the crazy thing I've been seeing a lot of, is that if we take a look right here, this is a mint on card figure with no gold foil paint on the front. There should be gold that goes through here. I've seen a ton of these that are loose that look like they've never been touched, that do not have the gold. And I think this is just a factory defect of a lot of these figures not getting the gold paint put on them, because there's no gold at all. It's not like it faded away. There's absolutely no gold on this guy's chest or on his jacket in any way, shape, or form. And that's probably why he ended up getting a 75 grade. The card was an 80. Yeah, card is 80. And then we got some bumps here on the top of the blister. That's what put the blister score down at 70. But I will tell you that there's a lot of these Bespin guards that don't have any of the paint, the gold paint on them. And I still mark them as near mint, because it's not like the paint rubbed off. It's just the paint was never applied in the factory. And so if anybody knows anything about that, let me know. But then I think we also have got the gun it's stuck right in between his arm and his body, and it should be on the inside of this tape. So it came loose from the tape, bounced around, and now it's stuck along his side, which actually looks just fine. It looks like it's holstered kind of for him. Let's see if I can see. It's kind of holstered right there. But anyways, adding this to the Mint on Card run, and I don't even know how many we have right now. I will figure it out, and we'll do an update at some point this year on where we are on those Mint on Cards. And last but not least, I'm going to have a mini rig video coming out here sometime this year because I think I have almost every single one of them graded in some way, shape, or form, whether it's loose graded or it's boxed graded. And I got this from Gold Star Tech. I got this box, and it's all qualified. So all the parts are unused inside, and I knew there was one problem on it, but I still sent it off to be graded because I knew I was going to get at least a 70 on this because it's still in such great condition. But we got the Endor Forest Ranger vehicle. Let's just take a look at this. I mean, it is so nice. There's no crease. You can see there's no crease along there. And where was this from? This was from Bradley's. Oh yeah, Bradley's. $7.87 back in the day. And unfortunately, you can see the labels over here. I don't know why CAS didn't put the label right here or right there where you can just see it. I don't know why they do that. I'm gonna have to ask them. I've been talking with them about all kinds of stuff, so maybe I'll ask why they do that. But here, let's use the camera so we can see what in the world it says. I can't even see it. 1983 Kenner Star Wars Return of the Jedi Endor Forest Ranger. It's a qualified grade. That's that blue CAS. It's qualified, and it's a 74.2, almost a 75. We got a 70 plus. So a little bit better than I thought. I thought a 70 was what it's going to be. And the problem is, the real issue is right up here. We've got a tear right there in the flap that locks it in closed. You see that big tear right there? And that's it. Otherwise, I mean, look at this. It is a perfect box. It's beautiful, except for this tiny little tear that you're never going to see because look, this is how it's going to display. And it looks beautiful. And now I think I only have one. Oh, I got the Sail Skimmer. I've had it multiple times in my collection. Don't have the Sail Skimmer, which is the Power of the Force vehicle for Barada, a little mini rig. I don't have that, and I would need to get it graded in some way, shape, or form. There's plenty of them out there that are still in the card. There's even those ones that I think they're the European releases that are still in the box, but I don't care about that. I just want to have it graded in some way, shape, or form, like I've said multiple times. And then I will probably do a mini rig video to show every single mini rig graded. I got some ones that are actually really incredible. And I can't wait to go over that kind of stuff this year. But that's it. That wraps up January's mail haul, all the different items. How incredible.
All right, we did it. We got through all those items. I can't believe I had so many comic books. It seems like it's never ending. They keep coming in. We're going to send a bunch of those off to be graded. I think they're going to get pretty high grades. And then they're going to go up on the wall somewhere over here where I don't have any room for any more comic books. So either I've got to get rid of some or I've got to find more room. I don't know how that's going to happen. Start putting them on the ceiling, I guess. Like those restaurants with when they put the dollar bills and all that stuff and it covers everywhere. That's what this room's going to end up looking like. Then we have those Ninja Turtles. We're going to send a couple of those off to be graded. Take advantage of CAS's 30-day turnaround. And I've got all those credits sitting with CAS. So it won't cost me anything, and I'm going to get them back really quick, and that'll be part of a future CAS unboxing video. And then we had all those little miscellaneous items, Transformers, Indiana Jones figures. It's just never ending over there with these little tiny things that are coming in, and then, of course, all the Star Wars items. Just unbelievable. What a mail haul, and just happy to add all this stuff to my collection. I appreciate all of the support, you guys. Again, the subscribers, it just keeps going up every time I refresh the screen. It's unbelievable. And I hope that you're enjoying all this content. Again, upcoming videos is going to be that Stormtrooper feature from my collection. We're going to have tons of Stormtroopers. It's going to, I don't know, there's like 20 plus Stormtroopers. Most of them will all be graded items, so you want to check that out. And I don't know who we're going to do next. We got a bunch of, I got Lando we haven't done yet. I don't really have that many Landos. But I was going to do a Lily Letty videos coming soon. I've got a couple items that are at grading right now. And so once those get back, I'll probably do a big Lily Letty video with all of my Lily Lettys. That'll be probably a long video because I got tons and tons of those Mexican items. But listen, a lot of stuff happening here on the channel. Don't forget to watch my newscasts that happen every single Friday. I might have missed one Friday while I was gone. I'm not sure what happened as I'm making this video before I've planned that out. But the newscast, it's real news, but I've turned it into hilarious twists to try to poke fun at Star Wars and have a good time and to get everybody to laugh. I think we need that. While content has been kind of dry in the Star Wars world, let's at least have a good time and enjoy Star Wars as much as we can, and that's what those videos are all about. Before you go, do me a favor. If you love Star Wars content, if you love the Star Wars Daddy, make sure you hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification so you can be notified as all this content comes out. Again, we try to have some sort of content every single day here on this channel. 3 full videos every single week, and then we've got 4 shorts that go in between those days of those full videos. Man, what a ride we've been on. 2025 is going to be amazing. Join me for the ride. Join memberships. Again, I hope you enjoy the commercial that we had in the intro, but if you could, sign up for whatever you feel is necessary. I want to give you free stuff. I've got all this stuff happening over here. We got t-shirts. We got those 3D printed Darth Vader busts. We have action figures and stickers, and we have those monthly drawings. You want to make sure you get on the monthly drawing. It's not like I'm going to give away an action figure. This one coming up is going to be that Slave 1 vehicle. It's all complete. 2 Boba Fett's, an Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett card back, and then we've got a bunch of stickers and stuff that I'm going to throw in there as well. So it's really quite beneficial to be a member, and I hope you guys find value in that. Listen, I've said it all. We've done it all. I can't believe we added so many items into my collection. But until the next time, Jabba, who is your daddy?